It has been over 8 months since we've seen a CUSA football game played, but now it's time. We're here, we're ready.
Finally.
I'm excited. Let's go. Bring on the games. And first we will start with our newcomer to Conference USA in their first FBS game, the Charlotte 49ers.
I tell you what, this is going to be an exciting time for them. Their first FBS game. They get to play at Georgia State. Winnable game. You've got to temper those emotions, though, because right now these guys are biting at the bit. They've been beating on each other for the last couple of weeks. Come in, just play called football. They're going to have their hands full, but I think this is a great time for them.
I think it's critical that we come out and play well early in the season to get a feel for FBS football, because our guys haven't played FBS football. And I think it's critical the way we start this year.
Now, Old Dominion starts their season on the road, again visiting Eastern Michigan. The two teams faced off against each other last year, but this year they have a lot of new faces taking the field.
Absolutely, and don't forget, Old Dominion held Eastern Michigan to just 3 points last season. I think this is going to be a good game for Old Dominion because you're breaking in a new quarterback. We talked about him. Not what a better way to do it against a team that's not, nothing against Eastern Michigan, but not Conference USA caliber or anybody else. I think this gives them a chance to play on the road, get away from the hometown fans because everybody's so excited. Just have your team have a little bonding experience, get your quarterback's feet wet. I think this is an important game for ODU. Just get it out of the way because conference season is going to come up quickly.
Charlie Partridge, he begins his second season with the Florida Atlantic Owls. They're traveling to Tulsa. They beat Tulsa last year, but this year Tulsa has a new coach, so.
They thumped Tulsa last year, and Tulsa remembers that. Once again, Bill Blankenship is no longer the head football coach at Tulsa. They've got a new regime, a new scheme. People up there, you're not sure what kind of crowd you're going to have, but I think Charlie Partridge probably doesn't mind opening up on the road, considering what they did last year. But this is a big game, I think, for Charlie Partridge's squad. You set the foundation. You can beat a team like Tulsa. I think that could be a big jump for this team.
Also happening this weekend, there will be a huge rivalry showdown within the state of Mississippi. We have Southern Miss hosting Mississippi State. It's the first time an SEC team has played in Hattiesburg since 1989, but it is sure to be a big game.
Well, first of all, I hope the stadium is rocking and rolling as it should be. I think this is a big game for Todd Monken. I know Southern Miss fans, you probably don't want to hear this, but you don't necessarily have to win the game, but I think you have to play well. You have to be competitive, and number one, don't get anybody hurt. It's been a tough year. I mean, I don't think people understand how far down Southern Miss was before Coach Monken took over. He has made progress. A lot of people say it should have been faster. No, he's done a good job of getting this team ready. This is an important game for them just from a mental standpoint, and I think that place will be rocking and rolling.
Not often you get an SEC opponent, let alone one that's in state. Quality opponent in Mississippi State coming to our campus where we have all day to enjoy it, and it's going to be exciting. You know, we didn't play very well last year. We're a different team. They're a different team. We're excited to start the year off with the Bulldogs coming to town.
Then closing out the weekend with the only college game on Sunday is our defending champs, Marshall. They will be hosting Big Ten opponent Purdue.
I think this is a big game for Marshall because you got a Big Ten team coming to your place. You've got to beat these guys. I think Marshall has the ability. You got to get over the fact they're Purdue. You got to get over the fact they're from the Big Ten. You just have to play Marshall football. I think the fans are going to show up. It's a tough place to play. Anybody who's been down to Huntington understands that. Difficult place to play, and Marshall and Doc Holliday, I think he's going to have his guys all pumped up. This could be a huge game, I think, not only for Marshall, but also for the conference. You get a chance to throw that Big Ten skin on the wall. I think that's big.
Now here's a look at the full Week 1 schedule. 12 of the 13 CUSA schools will be in action across 4 days from the week. Ron, from these games, which ones stand out to you?
I like FIU and UCF because Ron Turner has done an outstanding job at FIU. Now, you look at the record, you say, nah, no, they have improved. Ron Turner is an outstanding football coach. And UCF, they're replacing coordinators there. They've got a bunch of new staff members on there. I think this is a winnable game for FIU, obviously, in that Week 1. Also, I like UTEP Arkansas. I know Arkansas is the overwhelming favorite, but I'm a huge UTEP fan, obviously. And, you know, in Louisiana Tech, they have a chance to get their feet going and, you know, taking on Southern, winnable game because Week 2, they go into conference play. So Louisiana Tech, they've got to get the jitters out and get ready for conference season.
As we kick off the season, we want you, the fans, to be involved in picking out the best plays from CUSA action each week. From the volleyball court to the soccer field to the football stadium, let us know if you see any great plays. Tweet us your top plays using the hashtag #CUSATopPlays. Then check back every Monday to vote for which one you think is the best play of the week.